friends, and welcome to another full day of eating. And look behind me at this freaking sunrise. Purple blue gradient. What is going on right now? Looking nice, man. Anyways, today's full day eating is a little bit different because it is my first week of dieting. So this will be my first full day of eating where I'm showing you guys me eating a little bit less, me eating a little bit more with strategy, and just a slight bit different foods. So if you saw my last video, the last Hercules episode, you know that I'm aiming for 3,250 calories, 488 grams of carbs, 122 grams of protein, and 90 grams of fat. I'm reading this right off the computer screen, but that is the targets for today. So that's what we're gonna be working with. I'm gonna be tracking it all and showing you guys all the macros. So you see where I'm at throughout the day, and you also see the final macro and calorie count. So let's get started. It's 6:15 and I need to have my first meal. All right, so right here, maybe not the most beautiful drink in the world, but this is about 12 ounces of juice. This is like an apple, blueberry, raspberry, banana, and I think mango juice. It's the brand Naked, which I really like because Naked makes a couple of juices that have nothing but just the fruits in them with no added like concentrates or waters or any other kind of weird ingredients. So 12 ounces of that juice and then 4 teaspoons of chia seeds mixed in, stayed in the fridge overnight so that the chia seeds could kind of swell up, and I'm gonna drink that this morning. So altogether that is 320 calories, and I'm also gonna be trying to get at least 30 to 40 ounces of water in before I start my workout in, and then probably 40 ounces during the workout too. Oh my gosh, that was like the hardest 10 minutes of cardio I've done in my life. Whew. Definitely shows that I need to get more on cardio. I need to get my conditioning up. It's been a really long bulk, but it feels so good to get my heart beating, to get on that Stairmaster again and just get my cardio going again. Recipe. I need a fresh lemon. Oh my gosh, my window is dirty, but I need a fresh lemon. So Sammy actually just went outside. She's vlogging. She just picked one off of our tree. We actually have a couple lemons that are sprouting. All right, so this recipe is super simple. Literally, it's not even cooking. It's just blending. So what we need to do, we got to take these 2 cups of fava beans. These are the weirdest beans if you've never seen them before. They're like these big. They look like dates because they're so big. You probably never even heard of these before, but they're high in protein. They're actually really tasty. We're gonna take 2 cups of those. Then we're gonna take about 1/4 of an onion diced up. Use that as well. I'm gonna squeeze half of a lemon for the juice, and then I'm gonna use the back of it for the zest. So I'm just gonna shred it up on this. A couple of like sprigs is what they're called, sprigs of thyme. I would just call these little branches. A couple branches of thyme in there. And so this is what it's looking like. These are all the dry ingredients without the oil. So we're gonna blend this up for just like 10-15 seconds to get all this kind of combined. Then we're gonna add the oil and then finally blend it for another 30 to a minute. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then a 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. So a tablespoon and a half of olive oil, and then we blend again for 30 to 60 seconds and scrape it down so it's all one texture. So this is what it's looking like when it's all blended up. Now it is completely ready to spread onto a bagel, which I have right here, conveniently, nice and toasted. And this is what we are looking like once it is topped. This is so good. You know how people sometimes say, like, I could never go vegan because I'll miss pie or I'll miss this or that. If someone was to say, I would miss my tuna sandwiches, I would say this is the replacement that you should go for because this is so good. It smells a little bit like tuna, kind of tastes like it, but it's a really good mush that you can put on anything that's high protein. So I made enough for me, and then Sammy's taking my mom over to my grandma's house right now. So I made her the other part of it, 25% of it. So I just took all the macros and took 75% of them and tracked those. Right now that brings us to 1,061 calories with 36 grams of protein, 163 grams of carbs, and 27 grams of fats. All these targets are not set for anything specific. Oh. Staying alive. I don't know any of the words on that song.
I don't either.
Did you have some dogs around you lately?
Nah.
She just misses you.
I've been in some fresh new areas though that she doesn't know.
Did you process those? Did you process them into your dog?
Processing.
Cerebellum?
Process it, input it into the app, and then process it.
In the dog app?
Put it into the computer.
Let me get this sound effect.
All right.
I'm gonna have 1/2 of this baby watermelon, which is like 350 calories. I just weighed it out. So me and Kurt have just been chatting probably for like 45 minutes now, just catching up on the last week because I haven't seen him this whole week. I've just been making some sushi rice. This is a special type of rice. This is sticky rice in the meantime. So I'm just gonna bag this up so I can have this later, but we're still chatting it out about Bitcoin. Yo, so something just happened. I just got this email from my network manager and she was like, hey, I just contacted Instagram real quick just to see if, you know, we could get you verified. And you should see a blue check mark next to your name. That is like the most difficult thing in the world to make happen, and check it out. Look at that. Guess who's verified on Instagram? Brian Turner, thick, solid, tight, blue check, verifiable, son. I know for a lot of you guys who like don't do social media as a career or anything that you're really interested in, it's like, who cares? Why is that such a big deal? For me, it's crazy because Instagram check marks are just not given out anymore because you really actually have to be a celebrity or you have to invest a good amount of money into Instagram to actually get that. So to get that, I already signed it off like it was never gonna happen like 2 years ago. So that's freaking awesome. So how do you feel about your wedding funnel so far, like your wedding website?
Dude, well, the way I feel about it is that I've been ready for it for a long time, just haven't executed it. Now I really feel like I've done enough weddings to where it's like a no-brainer. I probably could have done this sooner. It's imperative.
I agree.
Like, weddings should be like the shittiest gig that I do.
Right.
And weddings are like awesome. Like, I deserve to be doing like really, really high paying, high pressure, high reward.
Absolutely.
Emotional reward gigging. I've done a lot of stuff. I've like physically suffered from literally performing too much.
Right, your voice almost went out.
Busting my ass. I really love doing it. It's something that requires all of the experience that I've accrued.
We've been telling you to do it forever.
It's empowering too.
How far off are we?
Not far. I think our goal was to have it up before the end of the year.
Yeah, me and Kurt have been working on this wedding website for probably like 2-3 weeks now. We've been talking about it for months, just like the idea of it, but we've actually started putting it into play. We now have 3 actions left. I like to break it down into tasks. So we have these 3 tasks left. Once he finishes one, I can take care of the other one because I have to wait for him to get the first one done. He's got the third one, and then literally we just put it together. Boom. We bake it in the oven, and it's ready to go. Going on with Joe Hale?
So I bleached it out. I took the color out. It has like a red undertone, which is fine because that's what we're going for.
He was like Pikachu.
I know, right? I kind of like it. It's like fiery.
Keep it.
I'm liking how this is like Malfoy, Slytherin.
So down here I've logged it with 1 avocado, and then I put a bunch more nori sheets because they didn't have the exact nori sheet that I'm using. So this is the correct calories though. So this brings us up to 2,156 calories, 55 grams protein, 371 grams of carbs, and 53 grams of fats. So we got about 1,000 calorie meal left, and we got to bring up this protein to at least 100 is where I'll be happy with.
All right, so I've now started cooking on the last dish that I'm gonna eat. I'm not really sure what my game plan is quite yet. I just put these things in here because I know they're gonna be delicious. I'm probably gonna do some sort of a stir fry or a rice bean mixture or something. No, I'm gonna put tempeh in there, but this is what I'm starting with. Onions, bell peppers, orange and yellow, and then some sliced up mushrooms. And I'm just gonna cook them for like 3 or 4 more minutes. All right, next up, what I'm gonna add into this is some tempeh. Tempeh is awesome because it is soybeans just like tofu, but they are cultured, I believe, or fermented or something. They're just really good and crunchy. So this is what it looks like. And they kind of look really weird the first time you look at them. They don't actually look very appetizing. What I'm gonna do is I'm using a whole block, which is like 33 grams protein. We'll throw some strips in there. And then with this, I'm just going to I'm gonna try crumbling it like this, so it becomes kind of like one with the beans. We got the last bit of the sushi rice that we didn't use, because it's just for convenience sake. Then I used a little over a cup of black beans here. I got my lemon from earlier that we picked out of the garden. And then I'm just gonna squeeze this on there. And then we're gonna put some paste on there. Paste is so good. I would say maybe 3 tablespoons or so, maybe a little bit less. And we mix that in there. And that, my friends, is what we are looking like. I packed it into this tiny ass bowl. It is about to fall out of it. But this looks delicious. It smells amazing. I did add a little bit more salsa on there. And then I haven't put the guacamole on top yet because it was gonna spill over the bowl. I just wanted to make it pretty for you guys. I am gonna put a little bit of nutritional yeast on top of here, so probably like a tablespoon, maybe like a tablespoon and a half. So that's just like 20 or 30 extra calories, a little bit of protein in there and stuff. So it came in just under goal, which is always fine. Like going in 100 calories over or under in the beginning is always fine for me until I kind of find out how my body's responding to this many calories. So I'm at 3160. And then I'm 122 grams of protein. Yay, exactly on target, not bad. 499 in carbs, so a little bit over carbs. And like I was saying in the past video, I'm using the fat pool to be able to pull from for carbs or protein if I want to go over. So this is perfect, 80 grams of fat, and I nailed it. Easy peasy, man. Dieting can totally suck, but dieting can also be really fun if you look at it like a numbers game, because if you think about plugging in different things, as you get closer to the end of the day, it's kind of like a puzzle. You're like, what can I fit in here for the max amount of pleasure, the max amount of volume and stuff, but I still gotta fit these constraints. I think it's really fun. I know it's kind of, it's daunting, but if you look at it like a game, pretty fun thing. And on that note, my beautiful friends and family, that brings us to the end of our full day of eating. This is my first day showing you guys my cut, and I know this is the very, very beginning, so it's not really that far down in calories yet, but as we go throughout the weeks, I'll be able to show you guys all sorts of different dieting tips and tricks, and just show you the different foods that I'm eating that help me get more volume for less calories. So many freaking good things are coming for the channel. At the end of this month, we're gonna be upgrading cameras, which I'm freaking pumped about to have another camera to be working with. Also, big news for those of you who have been following the channel for a long time, YouTube House Season 4 is fully in motion, and it is in planning stage right now for the end of May, the beginning of June, and we're aiming to have 8 to 10 cast members. It's gonna be freaking intense, it's gonna be awesome, and it is gonna be all vegan, so that's gonna be very interesting. I really appreciate all you coming in every single week, showing love on all the content, giving thumbs up, all that good stuff. Seriously, it's so awesome to have such a huge support behind me, and I just feel like we're unstoppable. Momentum's going forward. We're gonna keep pushing, we're gonna keep making things happen. So I appreciate having you guys on this journey with me. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker.
Team Beyond the Week.
CT. Lift heavy or die MIRIN.